So what do you do when you're not sure what to do? How do you decide? Rarely do we live in a world that's black and white. Most of the times it's gray. 98% of the times it's gray. Sure, those decisions about going to see your kids play soccer, their baseball games, all that stuff's pretty easy. Having dinner with the husband's boss or the wife's boss, that's pretty easy. Going to the company picnic, those kind of things. But most of the times, decisions aren't like that. They're just not that clear cut and dry. I don't know about you, but as an entrepreneur and a business owner, I am faced with dozens of decisions every day. Sometimes I'm picking between two bad choices. Sometimes I'm picking between two really great choices or three really great choices. Or sometimes I'm even trying to think about more options. But whether you are an entrepreneur, you run a business, you're an employee in a large corporation, or you run a family, makes no difference. We're all faced with these kind of decisions. So I'm in my sunroom here. This is where I do a lot of thinking about what I need to do, not only to run my business, but my life. I contemplate a lot of stuff. I sit in this leather chair. I look out over that grass, that lake, those trees behind me, and I think. I do it every day. I do it every day. And so I needed to come up with a little formula for me that I knew would help me get to the right decisions. And so I've got this little formula. It's called the 4 S's. I always think about, whenever I'm faced with a decision, I think about myself. I think about social aspects. I think about the skills I'm going to develop and the service I'm going to provide. And so whenever I'm faced with a decision, I always go through this process and I think about, what does it mean to me? Is it meaningful? Is this something that's going to excite me? So for myself, what is it? Does it work? Which one's better? Or should I do it? If I'm just faced with a simple choice, yes or no decision. So will it excite me? Second thing I think about is, socially, will this help me with others? Will it do something for my spouse or my friends or my customers or my business partners or my mentor, or whoever it might be? Will it deepen a relationship? Will it strengthen a bond in some way, shape, or form? Is that meaningful to me socially? Socially, will it help me? Will it help somebody else? I also think about, as a coach and a trainer and a business owner, will I be developing skills? Is this something in alignment with what I want to do? Is it a technique or a skill that I want to develop? Can I use this as an opportunity to build that skill? Will I grow as a person? That's a big deal. We always want to be growing. So everything that we do when we're faced with tough choices, we need to kind of pause and say, is this something that I want to do? Long term, is this a skill I want to build? And then I think about service. And I saved this one for last, although lots of times it's the first thing I think about. But is what I'm going to do going to have a big impact and contribute to something in this world, whether it's to one person or hundreds or thousands or millions? What is the service that I'm providing? And this comes into play a lot as a business owner, but as an employee, but even as a friend or a volunteer, whatever it might be. So next time you're faced with a decision, you're not really sure what to do, this is kind of my quick hit checklist that I go through. I think about myself, I think about socially, I think about the skill, I think about the service it's going to provide, and then I decide. And lots of times, the decisions aren't as hard as we make them. So I hope that helps. I know we all face so many pressures in our lives. Even these simple decisions or requests from friends or coworkers or business partners can add that much more stress. So hopefully next time you're faced with one of these decisions, you can use this little checklist or make one of your own, whatever makes it easier for you. I hope this helps. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel for more lessons. Take care. We'll see you this week.